What's going on, everybody? Gentleman94 here. Welcome back to episode number 6 of our Albatross here on Ben Builds. I'm really excited to move through today because I wanted to get some paint on the fuselage. Now, I had anticipated going ahead and doing the overcoat here of desert yellow and then coming through with different colors, maybe making some wood grain and then overcoating that. But I'm thinking instead of doing all of that, we're going to first overcoat with a primer color, XF20. Then I'll come through and I'll hit this with Tamiya Desert Yellow. I think that should be a really nice coat. But then we're going to stop. We're not going to do much more on the fuselage. We're going to actually let it dry and fully cure before I do any other woodworking on it. Instead, we're going to go ahead and cover up some of these holes and we're going to get to the other colors and the actual top side and bottom side of the wings. So let's go ahead and get this going. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and start with the XF20. Now, I don't have any actual primer right now, so I'm using the XF20 as somewhat of a makeshift primer. I think it's going to be a nice, solid covering. When I go ahead and place on the desert yellow, we're going to have to layer a couple different coats on top of that of different oil-based paints, and I want to make sure this finish is as tough as I can get it. So let's just push on through with the rest of this, get this covered, and then we'll see where we go from there. The XF20 looks very, very nice. We're going to go ahead and come back and hit this with the desert yellow. This is going to be perfect. Let's go ahead and airbrush this and get this thing finished. All right, everybody, so the fuselage has been drying now, and I like how it looks. It's nice and smooth. I want to make sure it's fully cured, though, before I come back and I try to apply any sort of oils to it. This is a base coat for the majority of the tutorials I've seen on how to do a wooden finish on this type of aircraft. They all use this desert yellow. So let's move on to the other colors while that fuselage is drying. We're going to shift over to the pale blue here, which I'm going to be using for the bottom side of the wing. Now, my girlfriend used that here on her Albatross, and I like how it looks. We're going to also use the top 3 shades of color, which is a light green, followed by the red brown, followed by the field green. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the pale blue, get this all in the airbrush, and let's get this painted. Now with our pale blue all finished up, let's go ahead and jump to the light green. We're going to start here on the tops of the wings, and we're just going to move alongside just as our instructions tell us to do. We're going to pick a point. We're going to go from the edge to right about here, and hopefully that should look the part. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on then. The light green is down, but we need to go ahead and cover then the red brown and then of course the field green. I want to go ahead and make a mask though. I don't want to freehand this. I want it a little neater, a little cleaner. So instead of just airbrushing freehand, we're going to take this tape and we're going to make a mask. So I want to pick right about here, and we're just going to kind of freehand it with my X-Acto blade. And we're going to curve it out a little bit and then curve back in and then curve it way out to the edge. Like that. That should work well. So it actually has two masks. Let's make one more mask starting right about here, curving out, curving in, and then curving to the edge. Perfect. So now we have 4 masks, and we are going to take this first one and position it right about, well, about here. I think looks good. So we'll put this one here, and we're going to put the second one right down below that. And I think we are ready to go ahead and airbrush the red brown. Now the red brown should go the rest of the way on the wing, center part of the wing, and also on the bottom part, and then we'll come back with the field green. All right, let's do it. Well, that turned out much better than I anticipated. Let's go ahead and unmask this and see how our colors turned out. Already I can tell the lines look fantastic. I like how clean they are. Everything looks beautiful. I love it. So let's go ahead and unmask the other side, and we're going to go ahead and call it quits for today. I know it isn't exactly what I was anticipating from last episode because, you know, that wood finish on that fuselage, I really want to make sure that I do that right. But next episode, that's when we're going to go ahead and try that wood finish. I wanted to get the rest of it painted though, so I didn't waste any time. So tune in next week where hopefully I'll be able to start applying the actual wood finish, touching up a few parts here and there. But for the most part, we're really in a good position. We're really pushing forward. And yeah, so far, I love it. It looks fantastic. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here next week. And until then, keep on building, enjoy your bench time, and we'll see you soon.